Let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, everybody with Tina. Welcome to another episode of Fight Night. I am Josie, joined by Mr. William H.D. Morgan, if you will, baby.
Round one, fight.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? How you doing? It's your boy, William H.D. Morgan up in this bitch. What's going on?
And then we are joined by the man, the myth, the legend. He is back, ladies and gentlemen. This one and only Haystacks Calhoun.
What it do? What it do? Happy motherfucking Tuesday. Let's talk some Rumble in this motherfucker.
Wait. We haven't been on. We got to talk about the big old giant dildo, if you will, in the room.
That too.
What, Will? He named wrestlers. He named dildos after wrestlers. I mean,
and people look at me like I'm funny. It's like when I say, when your own children run away from you, distance themselves from you,
100%.
you got some issues.
100%.
Will, we're going to talk about this a little bit more later on in this discussion, but would you be willing to make a bet right now that Stephanie McMahon is back in the WWE in 6 months?
I ain't making that bet because it's probably true.
No, I'm saying that she will be back in the
believe
WWE
Yeah,
in
she will.
6
She will.
months.
She will.
I think eventually, I don't know if it'll be 6 months, but yeah, I think eventually.
The WWE won't be without a McMahon long.
I don't think it even has to do with that. I think the whole reason she left both times is because of Vince.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy ass.
when she left the second time, Nick Khan said he loved being co-presidents with her. So I think she comes back.
Now here's my thing though. That chick that's at the bottom of all of this. Look, if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out with something that is just the most amazing looking woman ever. This
I haven't
shit
even seen a picture.
Oh, this shit look homely as hell, cuz. She look homely as hell. Boy, they ain't nothing great about
Not
that.
much there, Will.
Ain't
Not much there.
I mean, I thought it might have been a Instagram model or something when I saw
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's a big man. You've heard the term basic bitch. That's basic bitch.
Especially if they brought her in just for that purpose, and then promoted her. Just not that cute.
All right, so
and my boy Brock Lesnar. Look, real quick, and I'll let you go, Josie. Brock, man, come on, man.
We're gonna talk about Brock.
Brock,
we got to get into the bulk,
man. Come on, man.
We got to get into the bulk of the charges before we talk about Brock and his golden showers.
Is this gonna be damn wrestling, or we gonna talk about damn caught up in this bitch? You ever telling some charges? We gonna get into all the charges.
Well, I read some of the court filings, so I do want to discuss some of it because I gotta say, man, some of it is
grotesque.
Disturbing as fuck.
Some of it,
If just half of what I read, which isn't even half of the court documents,
correct,
is true.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Wow. There's one part in there my mom read, and I'll let you bring it up later. She laughed her ass off.
The whole being locked in a room, being used, the
Mr. Laurinaitis.
The Laurinaitis thing.
Yeah.
The Brock Lesnar thing.
Yeah.
Whole thing comes down to it. You should have paid the $2 million. You would have paid that other $2 million, you'd have been cool.
Yeah.
You still would have been a sick bastard. You still would have been a sick bastard, don't get me wrong. But
it wouldn't be out in the public light.
That sick bastard thinks he's going to clear his name. According to what he said when he stepped down last week.
Hell to the no.
Hell to the no.
How?
To the no.
How do you overcome
two?
I don't care how much you're paying your lawyer or lawyers. You ain't No, there's no way.
Your best bet, take the best deal possible and bounce.
Yep, 100%.
That's what this is, bounce. If you don't get no jail time, be thankful.
It's
Yeah.
all civil. He's not at risk for any jail time. It's all civil.
Okay, it's
court.
all civil. Okay, because when I heard human trafficking, I said, "Oh hell!" But
No,
if it's
civil
all
court.
civil, okay. Like he should have paid the $2 million.
But at the same time, you know, when you hear or read, you know, human trafficking, you know, you obviously our brains go to, oh my God. But like I said, you know, just with the snippets of the court document, a little bit different. But yeah, definitely.
Okay, just the
Yep.
fact. Here's one. I've already mentioned it. Just if the fact that he named different dildos after wrestlers and used to tell her, "You want Bobby Lashley's dick?
You want HBK tonight?
You
some
want John Cena?"
Yeah. You want
Just
some
like-
Hulk Hogan? You want some Hulk Hogan?
Hey, here's the thing that kills me though. Isn't he technically still with Linda?
You know, okay,
Yeah.
my brother brought up the
Oh,
same
by
thing, but
marriage,
it's
right?
been yes, but
I know
it's
by
been known.
marriage, like-
It's
By
been
marriage,
known for
yeah.
a decade that they've been separated.
Yeah.
For a
Okay,
decade.
yeah.
Right.
He's
But
technically with
legally,
Linda.
by
So you-
marriage, yeah.
So you messing up all the way around.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
they're
if
never
Linda
gonna
wanted
get
to
it.
make- I mean, if Linda wanted to make a case of it, she could.
I bet you why
Yeah.
Linda doesn't. I would put next to that bet about Stephanie, Linda signed a prenup.
Yeah, probably.
She did. Vince ain't stupid.
Probably
Vince
so.
had money before Linda.
There's a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
a reason
he did,
she's
he
been
did.
quiet.
He
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a reason she's been quiet all this time.
The man is 80
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah, that's the other. I mean, just in general. I mean, you know, I
You know,
This
it
is-
is wrong.
This is
I
the
know we're
thing.
joking that she's fugly, but overall,
I mean, don't
she's-
get me wrong.
she's
You
crazy.
know, if I had a chance, you know, I'm 80. Lord willing, I'm still here. Get a chance with a nice young one. I mean, you know, hey.
Yeah, but you're not a deprived bastard, Will.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Like, and you
We're
know
just talking
what?
about a
You know
couple,
really what makes me sick in all of this is the IWC saying because she was lavished in gifts and all of this,
yeah,
it's
it makes
okay.
it okay.
And
No,
it's that's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's
That's
just
disgusting.
another way of blaming the fucking victim. And
Yep.
I won't do that. And I want to.
No one should do
and
that.
this is the other thing. There's been a running joke for 3 decades of the fact that Vince McMahon is a creepy bastard. We
Yep.
all know the stories about Will Ashley. We all know some of the things that have happened there. And
Mhm,
Melina, supposedly,
Mhm.
same thing.
Yep.
mhm.
So,
I heard
Like-
the dude, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
and so we've all known, and these documents just prove that he's way more depraved than what we thought. And I'm sorry, I've always known this, but I've never kind of let myself. What the fuck? Wrong goddamn show.
Hey Carson, don't hate greatness, bro.
Nah, fuck Taylor Swift.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, for real, Will.
I'm
I don't
She's
serious.
not
I'm
doing
serious.
anything. She's
I'm
I
out
don't
there.
serious.
understand, Will.
No,
Will,
she's
Will,
not.
Will,
running
did you
my
see
game
him
of
after the
football.
game? Did you see
She's
him after
running
the
my
game?
game of football.
That's
And I'm
real
proud of
love,
her.
though.
That's
real love, Will.
bullshit. That's
I need,
real
the
love,
bullshit.
bro.
49ers, I need the 49ers to go in there, get this win. And then after they get this win, we ride off to the sunset. Her and Travis will break up. She gonna write a breakup song. I'm sorry that I broke up with Travis. Or some
honestly,
bullshit
Will,
I
Will,
don't-
what happens when you get married and have kids? Will?
Yeah, I
What
don't
happened?
see it. This,
I could care less.
I'm
But
just-
yeah, exactly.
Well,
exactly.
fair
I
enough,
agree with you,
fair enough.
Carson.
But fair
I
enough.
agree with you, Carson. Fuck both of them. Exactly.
y'all are
Oh,
y'all are the
Carson,
toxic
just watch the
men
product on
that
the
are
field,
letting
bro. Just
that
watch the
y'all
product
are
on
the
field. We
toxic
ain't
men
worried about it.
letting these
Yeah.
two people's couple bother like relationship bother y'all for what?
Yeah.
For what?
Because after everything that happens in a damn Kansas City Chiefs game, what happens? Oh, let's go up in the stands and see how Taylor Swift is reacting.
And they
Come on,
and
man.
they do the same thing.
Come
with
on,
this
man.
They do this
Why
if
wouldn't
if
you?
she hadn't Will, if she hadn't have been there, they'd have done the same thing to Donna Kelsey. They'd have done the same thing with.
But
1000%.
they're connected
Patrick Mahomes' wife. Yeah.
to the parents of the player. I understand that. They're the parents of the
Yeah.
player. But come
But-
on, man.
but you
And
gotta
Will-
look at the global,
Every time they do something,
the global
"Ooh,
reach
we
that
gotta
she
go to
has.
Taylor
Will,
Swift
that's
in
the
box
reason
number
they're
one."
showing her on.
But
But
I
it's
will give,
You know
but
what
I
I'm
will
saying?
give props. I will give props to Patrick Mahomes' dad. He stood up and said, "I ain't going for this bullshit. I'm not gonna be in the MVP sweet box for her next game." And that's the Super Bowl. He already
Will-
said it. So my
Will-
brother is standing up for himself. Go on, bro. Go on, bro.
Okay,
Will-
back to
Will-
wrestling.
Yeah, real quick though, Will. What's the difference
Hmm?
between that and when Romo was dating Jessica Simpson? They showed her in the suite quite a bit.
But it wasn't like
I mean, I'm just saying. No, I understand that, but I'm just saying it's the same type of deal, though.
But it wasn't like this. Is
I agree, not at that level, not at
What's
that
that?
level.
This is magnetized.
But
this is
but what
this
it is,
magnified
Will,
by 50,
is
a
you've
power
got
50.
literally one of the biggest singers in the world right now dating one of the biggest football players in the world right now. It would
Why
happen.
wouldn't you
No,
capitalize on that?
exactly.
I mean, let's be honest. Why wouldn't
If
you?
y'all
capitalize
like
on
it and
that?
accept it, y'all can like it. But
I
me,
didn't. s-
I don't care about the relationship. I don't care. It ain't my business. But when you got when
I
you
don't think
have
the
Super
NFL
Bowl,
does either. In all reality, they just
But-
want
but-
the
yeah.
they just want the clicks off.
they just
You know
want the
what I'm saying?
clicks. That's all
I
they
mean,
want. But when
but
But
why
that's on the
wouldn't
NFL. That's
why
not on
wouldn't you? That's
them.
on the
They're
NFL.
not
No.
asking for it.
No,
But
they're
the
not.
thing-
Though I
But the
agree.
thing about
Joseph.
the thing about it though, you went out of your way to make this happen. If you're a conspiracy buff, conspiracy buff, you saw all those
Fair enough.
doggone plays that the pass interference calls that went unchecked against the Baltimore Ravens. This went unchecked. You can see it right there, right in front of you. You can see it. Ain't called nothing. Ain't called a damn thing. Man, I'm telling y'all, I'm tired of it, and I want my game back. So I want.
Well,
I
if you
this
want,
to be done.
if that's they've been fixing the game for years. That has nothing to do with Taylor Swift.
I want this to
Yeah.
be done. Just
It's
be
not
done.
going to be done. It's not going to be done.
Well, it's the last game of the season. I ain't got.
And I guarantee it will be back next year.
until
No,
they
it won't.
break up. Yeah,
No,
correct.
it won't because
Not- not to- not to that
one
level.
benefit.
I agree.
one
Not to that
benefit-
level, but
the one
they'll show it
benefit-
every once in a while.
The one benefit we have,
100%.
if Kansas City does win, there's a good chance Kelsey retires. And if Kelsey retires, we ain't got to see it no more. We ain't got to see it no more. Hey, thank the Lord, because I'm sick of it. This isn't what the game is supposed to be about.
That's what that's.
I'm gonna get-
Okay, we need to get back on wrestling because I will argue that that's crap all day long.
You just a sentimental You just a sentimental romantic. That's all you are. Joe.
No, it is not letting someone's
Let
relationship
true love
bother
show
me.
through, guys. Let true love show through.
Josie like this. I hope they live happily ever after.
I
Will's
don't
over here
care
like,
about
"Fuck
that.
Hallmark, man. Will's over here like fuck Hallmark.
Josie
you
up
know
here
what
watching the
I'm saying?
Hallmark channel after the show.
Has nothing to do with all that. It just has. I understand why it's getting under men's skin. I do.
Yeah, no,
I told
1000%.
my girlfriend last night, this stuff
1000%.
right here is why
Yeah.
it's bugging people. But it
Yeah.
doesn't bug me like that. I just don't care like that.
Bugs the
No,
hell out of
I-
me.
I ignore I when they show her on screen, I say, okay. I don't
Yeah.
care that much. I go back to
Correct.
watching the game. It just doesn't
Correct.
bother me.
But that, well, every time they put the screen up, every time they put the TV up to it, and you see it in the little box, I turn it to Black Stone Cold. Here you go, right here.
It just I like again, why do you
Black
care?
Stone Cold.
Why?
Yeah, I agree, Josie. I don't. Yeah.
Black Stone Cold.
I just don't understand caring.
No.
But anyway, back to what we were talking about. So
we need to put Taylor Swift in and let her go against Nia Jax. There you go.
you know what's gonna happen. Taylor's gonna be the halftime show next year. I put
100%.
money on it. She's the
100%.
She's
halftime
been
show
declining
next
in
year.
the past few years, though.
100%.
She's been declining the past few years, though.
Yeah,
Well,
things changed
not
now.
with
Her
this
Swifties are
partnership now.
fans.
Not
Her
with this
Swifties are
partnership
fans
Y'all
now.
admit
Not
what
with
this
this
game is.
partnership.
And
Hell
I
no.
named it I named it last night. This the Swifty Bowl. I named it last night. It's the
Fair
Swifty
enough.
Bowl.
Travis won't be upset as long as they get the.
It'll be, I guarantee you,
Really?
it will be probably the highest watched Super Bowl in.
Yep.
Oh, of course
20
it would.
years.
Little girl's gonna be watching it. Oh, I can't wait to see Taylor.
Well, not only that, Will, the commercials aren't any good anymore, and nobody gives a fuck. So you might
That's
as well
true.
have something to watch.
That's true. But
Let's be real.
we hadn't had any good Super
No,
Bowl commercials in
no, we
forever.
haven't.
I mean, I will say I'm excited for the halftime show. Usher probably
Yeah.
a good halftime
Yeah,
show.
for real. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too bad.
Well, it's not your age group, Will, so fuck
No.
off.
All us millennials will be up here swerving.
I'm
We'll-
gonna be eating.
We'll,
I'm gonna
we'll,
be
we'll
eating my-
be,
I'm
we'll,
gonna be eating- I'm gonna be-
Stacks will be 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my top drop.
Oh Lord.
Let's go.
All right, so
No.
back to close out the Vincent
Back
Kennedy
to
McMahon.
this.
And yeah, we mentioned John Laurinaitis.
2K24.
What?
Is he gonna be
Oh.
on Raw 2K24?
Okay. Anyway, so I don't know what comes of this with all of it.
Gonna pay a fine.
It's affected. You had Vince had to step down. Brock got pulled from the Rumble. So
because he would have been facing like Gunther or somebody like that.
no. They were gonna have him facing Dom. Braun Breaker took exactly Brock Lesnar's spot, 100%. He did everything that
And he
Brock
killed it.
was.
And
And he
killed
did.
it.
And he did.
killed
And
it.
supposedly they are setting
He was
up
the
a
highlight of that Rumble. Highlight. Of the Rumble.
supposedly they are going to set up a Dom Braun match.
Oh, I love
So
it. I'm here for it all day.
and so
I'm here for it all day. But I heard
all right,
Rumble
so let's-
before that he was gonna go with Gunther. But anyway,
all right, let's move on from Vince. Close it out with saying he's a piece of shit. John Laurinaitis is a piece of shit, and Brock Lesnar is also a piece of shit. So
I'm not gonna say that about Brock. And the only reason why I'm not gonna say that about the only reason I'm not gonna say that about Brock is because this is the first time I've heard him having any connection to this.
out here
Now,
wanting to be
something-
peeing on women.
Now if it was now if it was something
R. Kelly and up in this
now, if it was
bitch.
something- now if it was something that was ongoing, if there was something from before to say he was into stuff like this, I get where you're coming from. But I haven't heard anything before this connected to Brock. Now, some shit comes out that connects him even more, then yeah, piece of shit. But I'm not ready to give that to Brock just yet until we find out the whole story.
R. Kelly up in this bitch. R. Kelly wrestling right there.
That's the thing.
All right.
did anybody see
So
what the Bella twins said on their statement on Instagram?
What'd they say?
they basically supported John
they
Laurinaitis.
basically supported Laurinaitis.
I mean, he's their stepdaddy.
Yeah.
Of course,
He's
of
their
course they
stepdaddy.
gonna support Laurinaitis.
Well,
He
it's
they stepdaddy
it's
number
it's,
one.
it's their fault. He was with their mother in the first place.
He they stepdaddy number one, and number two, he the reason why they got over in the first place.
Yeah, very true.
Can
So,
you
of
imagine him
course.
having to be able to flip that switch like that? Like, that's some psychotic stuff, man. Like, one day you're in the office and chicks giving you some sexual favors, and then you gotta like flip your brain to just go home and be like,
No,
"Hey, honey,
one
is
day
that
you're in the office and you got a
You know
woman
what I'm
locked in
saying?
a. No, one day you're in the office and you got a woman locked in the locker room and you can just go fuck her anytime you want, and then you
Yeah.
gotta go
Damn,
home.
Josie, we on FCC.
That's what the court document said, bro.
Well,
That's what the court
mean-
document said.
Hey, Josie didn't even say quote unquote. He just came out with
allegedly,
Allegedly. Allegedly.
allegedly." That should just be the banner at the bottom of the show tonight. Allegedly.
allegedly.
So we're gonna move on from this anyway. So yeah, that's our thoughts there. We will.
I thought it was a decent rumble though.
Well, that's where my
Yeah.
next thing is. Is
Yeah.
this weekend was Royal Rumble, and I kind of am in the middle of you two. I would give this Rumble a solid B minus.
What are we doing numbers wise? Like 1 to 5. What are we doing?
I would say
or 1 to
three-
10. 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
1 to 10. So
Yeah,
it's
1 to
it's a 4.25 for me then.
Ooh, I went 4.5, so I'm right in that ballpark.
I'm right with y'all. I'm 4.4.
Yeah, I'm 4.5.
So
But it's
this is
4.4.
and Will and Stacks. I'm gonna say this. This is exactly what we said about Rumble last year. The women's one was better. It was
It was
by far.
By a billion percent.
I love, they've done this 2 years in a row. I love only giving us like 5 people for the women's and then making everybody else a surprise. Naomi, Jordan fucking Grace.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we do a golf clap or something for that? Because
I
holy
wanted-
shit,
I-
we saw the WWE go outside.
I wanted, and you know what made it even better? What made it even better is that it was someone that has never ever touched WWE.
Step foot.
So, I really wanted to see Moose in the men's. Like, I wanted Moose so bad.
Maybe next year, Josie.
You don't get to
Maybe
go
next
off
year,
that
Josie.
easy. You don't get to get out here that easy, Josie. You need to talk about my girl Jade.
We're going there. I was just making a comment, Will.
Yeah. Maybe next
Anyway,
year. Josie, for real.
Anyway,
And she might win.
so yeah, the women's Royal Rumble was by far better. And then yes, we did. We got the debut of Jade. I have some pluses and some minuses. One, she still looked very goddamn green. Very
100%.
goddamn green.
100%.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
and Will, it's not that she's not, it's the fact that she's not WWE level.
Not yet, no.
And I read an article today. I guess there's a plan because I guess Mania is going to be her actual debut. And so I guess the plan is for the next like 60 plus days is to put her in a ton of matches on the road.
Ramp her up. Yeah.
Ramp her up, put her in a lot of matches on TV.
That makes
Get
sense.
her
Reps as
working,
possible.
get her
Yeah.
reps, and they're hoping that cleans it up. Because I will say, she was impressive. I will give her that. She was impressive.
Yeah.
The standoff between her and Jax was great. The standoff between her and Belair was great. The
thought she
standoff
was
between
talking
her
about
and Jordan Grace was great.
Absolutely. Yep.
I will say, Will, my dark horse who impressed me the most is going to surprise you, and you were touting her last week. Nia Jax was
looks-
actually
8
impressive
eliminations. 8
in this match.
Yep. She, they booked her strong.
They did. They booked her strong. She looked really good. I was impressed. I still wish they would change her goddamn outfits.
Oh,
But
same.
I was impressed. I hate those fucking bodysuits.
It's like they put her in a potato sack and expect her to look good. You can't do that.
Exactly. And man, when they showed a clip
It was
of her
like Big
walking,
Mama's house.
well,
Ladies
when
in Big Mama's house.
they showed a clip of her walking into the arena at
The
the
skin
beginning of the
suit.
show, and she looked so goddamn good. And then they
Yeah.
put her in that thing.
Yeah. She's the skin suit from Big Mama's house.
So
Mark Lawrence put that shit on, bro.
Did you just say baby mama?
And yeah, the women's Royal Rumble was great, and I will say I think the right person won. Will called it. Bailey called it last week.
Yep.
Um,
Saw that coming. Yep.
But I'm
Great.
interested to see SmackDown when she pulls a Batista. And-
You know that's what she gonna do. You already know it.
Yeah.
You
So
already know it.
Well,
Uh,
one thing I didn't like from Monday Night Raw, they had Bailey. I mean, granted, I know we're trying to book not Nia Strong, and she did have a good Rumble, but they had Bailey like afraid of Nia, and I'm like, Bailey just won the Royal Rumble.
yeah,
because-
but it's still
I-
understandable the way they're trying
I
to
mean,
book
I
her.
get it. I know the way they're trying to book her, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
she just won the damn Rumble. Like,
Yep.
what are we doing?
But
What the hell we doing, cuz?
I really want to
Oh, good
see.
question.
We're going to talk about that here in a second when we move over to the men's. I really want to see this run. Hopefully, I really hope this run ends up in a Bailey championship. She's been
Oh,
back for a while. She hasn't had
She
a run.
earned it.
It's
She's
time.
earned it. Let's go. It's
She's
time.
put so many over, but I'm ready
100%.
for this. I'm ready for a face turn. I think it's time.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it
time.
it doesn't need to be hug Bailey. It doesn't
No,
need to
but
go
get the
all
inflatables out and let's go nuts. Let's
man.
get the inflatables out. Let's go.
just for the Mania entrance. Just
Yeah,
for the
get
Mania
inflatables
entrance.
out.
Well, and I'm not talking like go all the way back to old, but just the inflatables maybe
Yes,
would
get 'em
just to maybe mash this character and that character somehow, some way. I don't know how you do that, but I
That's it. She's a terrible heel. I miss it.
one, if she's going to be going against Damage Control, I disagree that she's a terrible heel. I think she's a good heel. But if she's going to be going against Damage Control, she's going to have to be the face.
Yeah, she's gonna have to be. That's a fair point.
Yeah. Particularly with the Dave Batista turn coming. And you know she's going to do it.
Josie, I should restate what I meant. She's not a bad heel. It's just the way WWE's booked her in the way she.
Yeah. Well, again, I think a lot of that was to kind of build this kind of story.
group, but
Yeah.
and build the group, but the group is
Yeah. So
Right.
group did not work. So that's more what we meant.
Right.
on the men's side, again, it was kind of the same as last year.
Lackluster.
No surprises. I don't understand like what happens, why they don't do the same thing in both. Like the women's just the last 2 years have been fire. I've been really happy with it. The men's
More
the
the
last 2
emphasis there,
years
does it?
has just been lackluster and
Well,
like
when you say the women need it more than the men,
I do.
oh
And I think
yeah,
that's why
I
they book
agree.
it that way. And I
Yeah,
think that's why
definitely.
they-
But I don't understand why you can't book them both strong. Like
Hmm.
I agree. I think you should. I agree.
that budget.
it's just the little things, Will, that don't cost you anything. Again,
What's a budget?
only
without-
telling us only telling us 5 entrants of the men's is a cheap way to not. We knew like 20 men entrants by the
Yep.
time it came around.
We did.
And I just think little things like that. And I mean, you didn't most of the surprises in the women's were NXT. You only got a couple of NXT guys. And the
Yeah.
biggest surprise was Andrade.
Yeah.
Andrade. Yeah.
You knew he was coming back though.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
wasn't a
yeah, you did.
surprise.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer. I
Yeah,
will
but-
say I'll applaud him for the fact that we didn't get any legends. So thank you for
God,
that.
yes.
Thank you
Yeah,
for that.
I mean, and they haven't done that in a couple of years. And the people who
But-
bitch about that,
Hogan was there, but
shut
Hogan
the
was
fuck
there
up.
though.
I was surprised. I thought for sure that motherfucker was going to end up on camera. I was all you did was hear his voice, but I thought for sure he was going to end up on camera.
They called him in the stands.
What'd y'all think of the Fatal 4-Way?
Predictable.
Yeah.
Predictable. Yeah.
Man, I tell you though, it never fails anymore with Mania season. They have plans and everything falls to shit. Like
Yep. It
Punk,
does.
man, Punk is fucking jinxed, man. I'm telling you, that dude is freaking cursed.
And it's kind of
He-
funny at the same time, though, for being honest.
But what's hilarious
Punk was
about
a
it is
bitch.
that the same thing happened to him in AEW. He
No, I know.
came back, his first
I
match, he broke his foot.
Yep.
In a same style of match, it was a battle royale,
Yep.
and then he was out for several months,
Yep.
and now he'll be out for several months. I guarantee you, he comes back, he's back for a year, he starts some bullshit, and he's gone.
I've been saying that since he
Ooh.
signed the contract.
It's the same goddamn
I've been
story.
saying that since he signed the contract. That man ain't gonna last.
Boy, I hope
I'm
he does, though. Just
I'm
for
telling
WWE's
you,
sake. I'd
I'm
like to
telling
see
you,
Cody.
There
I would.
is some kind of curse. There's something that is keeping him from ever main event a WrestleMania. There is something. He was there. He was right there. He had it. Tears his pec.
Do you think they would have booked him to win though, or was it for sure going to be?
Oh,
Cody
yes.
Rhodes? I thought it was. You think so?
No, no. I think Cody was gonna win it,
Oh,
but I think
100%.
he would have main evented. It wouldn't have been him and Cody.
Yeah.
He
No,
would
it
have main
wouldn't have
evented
been
against
Seth.
someone.
Yeah.
I think it would have
Yeah.
still went with Seth. Honestly.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, it would have been Seth. Yeah.
Now they're trying to throw this curveball of Cody going after Seth, which I don't see happening.
No, I don't see that happening. But I did applaud Seth's promo though. That was
Yeah, right, that was a good promo. That was a
That
good
was a
promo.
Does
Nah,
Seth
man,
really
why-
ever give bad promos?
No, not at all. But I'm just
No,
saying,
no,
like,
no.
no, not at all. No.
Why you gonna do my boy our truth like that? That was just disrespectful.
I mean, our truth was the funniest parts of the fucking Rumble, man.
Dude, I was gonna say that that's carrying Raw in a lot of ways, and then they just went and beat the shit out of him. I thought they were gonna carry it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh, Judgment Day
I
finally turned
really
on
did.
him.
Yeah,
they
they
turned
did.
on him,
Yeah, they
yeah.
stomped the shit out of him. Stomped a mud hole in his ass.
Hell yeah.
Said,
I
"You're not a part of
guarantee-
this."
But
It
now,
wa-
now
it-
him and Miz are,
And then Miz
him
came
and
out.
Miz
It's
are
gonna
back
be a
together.
tag team. I believe.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm so happy that that's back together. I love
Those
them
are your
two
next,
together.
just to let y'all know. Just to let you, those are your next tag team champions. Just to let y'all know.
Miz and R-Truth, probably.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then it'll be DIY. Should be on the come up. Hopefully,
Um,
that'd be good.
so
They
the
did good,
last
man.
thing I really wanted to talk about is we got to talk a little bit about AEW attendance numbers.
Ooh,
'Cause
goodness gracious!
they're
Last
literally
Wednesday was rough. Joe.
it was
heard.
I could tell just
Rough.
watching it how empty the arena was because it was
Yeah.
quiet. It
Yeah.
was whenever they were
You could hear a
talking,
mouse
you
shit.
could hear a pin drop, you could hear a mouse fart.
Absolutely.
Like it was so quiet. Like I think I heard 1,800 tickets.
Yeah.
Damn, that's all.
Roughly.
That's all
Roughly,
they sold.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It is
And you would figure they'll
officially
come-
it
you
is
figure they'll come up with-
officially
and
their
just like
lowest
overall,
selling show ever.
Yeah.
and you figured
just-
they'll come out strong after what WWE did with the Rumble.
You have to. You
You got
Well, that was-
right before
That
before.
that was before.
Yeah,
that was last
before.
Wednesday.
So we'll
Okay,
see
okay.
what tomorrow brings.
They're in
Yeah.
Bossier City, Louisiana, I believe
Correct,
tomorrow.
Correct. They're in
So
Louisiana. Yep.
I don't know what that show's looking like,
Yep.
but
This is what they do.
I know I will be at the show here
Yes.
in Austin on the 14th. So we'll see. We'll see.
Chris Jericho
but
versus
I gotta
Brock Lesnar.
I gotta say, if their numbers don't come up, are we finally starting to panic?
No,
I would be
I
a
wouldn't.
little bit,
I
a
wouldn't.
tad.
Every
I mean,
company, but every company has its ups and downs.
Well,
Hell, WCW.
I saw this a couple of times, and people were like shitting on that comment, saying, "Oh, that's a BS." I kind of feel like AEW's 5 years in at this point.
They are.
TNA went through this exact same thing about this
Mhm.
exact
That's what I'm
same.
saying. That's what
Wasn't
I'm
their
saying.
5 year mark when NWA pulled out? Will
Yeah, it was 5 years in, and like I'm saying, every company goes through its ups and downs. Every company goes through its ups and downs.
I'm
Hell,
sorry.
For a little bit, WWE was going through its ups and downs too for a little bit there.
WCW.
So that's
Yeah.
WCW the same. So that's why I'm not worried.
And again, like we've said over and over and over again, Tony Khan got a shitload of money to keep this thing
He
afloat.
does. He does.
Now, I will say, I think it is time to start looking at going back to smaller arenas. I think you need to downsize because, yes, I agree. Ticket sales are not like, yes,
indicative of
ticket sales for a show like All In, that matters. Like,
Yeah,
you want to get,
your special events matter when
but
you have
your weekly show.
but your house
your-
shows and weekly
And-
shows.
And your weekly
no.
shows, it goes it goes your Mania event, your regular pay-per-view, or your big pay-per-views, your minimum pay-per-views, your weekly show, and your house shows. Like,
Right.
So I agree with you, Will. I definitely think there are some things that
Tad
AEW
bit.
really needs to look at. I do think it's time. I love the sports-based model. I'm beginning to wonder if it's going to work in the States. However, now this is the thing. I thought Okada coming to AEW was pretty much assured. But I've been told, I read a thing today that Pro Wrestling Tees was told to take down his merch in the next 12 hours.
Damn.
And that would usually only mean one thing.
He ain't coming.
WWE bound.
WWE.
Oh, he ain't coming at all.
Oh no, he's coming. He coming. He coming. I don't think AEW would make him pull down his merch. So I think he's a WWE bound, which sucks. I wanted to
But if
see
you're
him.
looking from the money factor,
Yeah, that
Well-
hurts.
Well, Okada, his big thing, the only thing left he really wanted to do was be in WrestleMania. So,
makes sense.
so
Makes sense.
we'll see. But I am excited for some things. I do believe that the AEW women's division is definitely on a come up.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
hell yeah.
That just in the last
You
couple of
got Purrazzo
weeks,
versus Taya Valkyrie.
you got Purrazzo versus Taya Valkyrie. You're
Tomorrow.
about to have Purrazzo versus Tony Storm.
versus Tony
The
Storm.
Professor is finally back.
Yep.
I heard about that.
Thunder Rosa is finally back
He's
in
back.
singles competition. I'm still loving me the new Abaddon. I think the women's division is
It's
finally
loaded. It's
on
loaded.
the come up.
And
like-
both, and you can say that about both
Just how they're
companies.
booked. Yeah.
And you can say that about both companies.
Oh yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Really,
I mean,
all three. Really,
all
when you
three.
go back
I
and look
mean,
at it.
TNA's
Mhm.
had the best women's division for. And
Oh,
did y'all hear this
yeah.
rumor? Did y'all hear this rumor that TNA might be in negotiation for a big TV deal? I'm telling you right here,
What?
if TNA
You
gets a
imagine
better
this?
TV deal,
What?
If-
And you're telling me AEW don't need to be worried if that's the
then
case?
they
Josie?
need to worry.
Then
Then they need to
They
worry.
need to worry. They need to worry if that's the case.
Yeah. If
Hell,
if
WWE might
TNA
be-
gets a better
WWE might be
TV,
concerned.
Where
Oh!
would they go? What's the words on that?
where?
WWE
What?
would be
Like
concerned.
like any as far as TV deal, where would that?
I have not heard any
Yeah, I hadn't
But
either.
if they
any
get a-
company.
But if they get a good TV deal, WWE better be concerned because right now you're looking at a better product at Impact than you are at AEW or WWE.
Agreed.
Fair.
You're looking at a better product,
Yeah.
and you get
Oh,
you get
so-
more eyes on them. Okay,
So I bought Honor Club for a month. I watched Ring of Honor this past week.
what'd you
Um,
think? What'd you think?
Not bad. It reminds me a lot of TNA, other than
Mhm.
being in an actual arena.
Mm-hmm.
How much is that, Josie?
$9.99 a month.
Is it
Ain't
no,
too bad.
good?
I can't.
For their
stock.
entire library, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Um,
It's not bad. I'm about to cancel some stuff. I already canceled Hulu today, so I might cancel some more stuff and try it.
so, but
can't
it wasn't
stress
bad.
this
It,
back for Raw.
they had Nyla Rose had a good match. Lady Frost is super impressive. So yeah, I'll watch this week's episode and we'll see. Dynamite tomorrow night. What are we thinking? You got Jericho versus Fletcher. I'm excited for that
Jericho
match.
versus Fletcher. Got the dealer's choice match.
Which they already announced one. Hangman is fighting Toa Leon.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah.
And then I've heard it got leaked that Swerve is going to end up fighting RVD.
Ooh.
That's what.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's what everybody. That's what the. that's what
RVD
they
can still
say.
go.
That's what the dirt sheets say.
Again,
RVD can still go.
you've got
It's
people are
surprising.
people are talking shit on this match, but I don't understand why. And that is shit. Now I can't think. It's Jeff Hardy versus
Oh yeah, I did see that.
shit.
God. Oh, who was that? I did see that earlier. Now I forgot.
It's a big name.
It is a big name. Yep. Oh look.
God damn it. I can't think of it. So you got that. CMLL is coming to Rampage this Friday.
Rampage.
Will.
Awesome.
Yeah. So their top 4 guys are supposed to be on Rampage this Friday.
Moxley.
Mox, that's right. Hardy versus Mox. How can you shit on that match?
Can't.
No.
Other than the fact that
That's worth
Hardy,
the price of admission alone, man. That one.
Yeah. I'm excited because tomorrow we'll probably start setting up matches for the show I will be at. So
That's exciting. You and 500 people will be there, but it'll be fun.
I said 500 people.
that stadium only spits a 5,000. In the last 3 shows I've been to there have all been sold out. I wouldn't say it sold out, but Austin, Will knows this too. Austin's a pretty good wrestling town.
Pretty good wrestling town. Yeah.
Hell, most of Texas is a wrestling.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Texas is a
most of the
wrestling
state,
town.
right?
Yeah,
I was
but
gonna say,
Most of Texas
state.
is a wrestling town.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I would think and plus Texas is, I would say, like AEW's 3rd largest market. They're here a lot.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm glad you get to go.
Dude, I'm excited to see where I'm sitting. I think this will be probably the best seats I've ever had at a wrestling show. Like, right on the floor. Probably, like, right where Moxley comes in.
Right where Moxley comes in. Well, I guess we didn't answer the question from earlier. What did we all think of Pat McAfee's little
Oh,
5-second stint?
I gotta say I loved him on commentary, even though I will say I love Pat, but there were few times that I thought he was trying too hard.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And I love Pat.
He's coming in cold, not watching the product, so you gotta.
Yeah, and
You
I
gotta
love
give him
Pat.
you gotta give him a pass.
I give him a pass on not watching the product,
You know.
but there were just sometimes I felt like he was trying
100%.
too hard.
Mhm.
I loved his little shtick in the Rumble. I kind of wish he would have beaten Cole's time. I think it would have been better had he beaten
That would
Cole's
have been
time.
great. Yeah, I agree. Why wouldn't they have done that? Then they would have had something to jaw about afterwards.
And what do y'all think?
Y'all think we get a McAfee match in Mania?
I don't think so. Not
Him
with
versus
them.
Aaron Rodgers.
Not with them putting him on the table.
So yeah.
Him versus Aaron Rodgers.
What do y'all
Him
think of
versus
that?
Brett Favre. Him versus Brett Favre.
Yep.
So what do y'all think of
right there for you?
what do y'all think of McAfee and Cole on Raw and Barrett and Graves on SmackDown?
I love it.
Barrett.
I love it. I
I
love
ain't
it.
feeling Barrett.
Man,
I
a
love
lot
it.
of people were
I like
man,
Barrett.
a lot of
I like
people were
Barrett.
complaining
I like
about Barrett coming off of Raw.
I liked Barrett.
I just
I mean, I'm just
I've
not even
never
close.
been a
He's
Wade
what's his
Barrett
face,
fan.
Kevin
So.
or whatever his name is. So
No longer with the company, Kevin Patrick.
which was
Yeah, he
crazy.
gone.
Kevin. I'm surprised they didn't put him backstage. That's nuts. Man, just losing his job out here, man. Doesn't mean he can't do anything backstage. God damn.
He could have been He could have been the next Mean Gene Oakland.
They only use women for that role now.
That's
I was
true.
gonna say.
That's true. Women that didn't make it.
And Byron Saxton. Who, goddamn, Byron Saxton. Did y'all see him during the pre-show? He been working out. Like, he popping out of that suit.
Ooh, there you go.
There you go.
That'll be a good
There
match.
you go.
Little
There
riddle.
you go. There you go.
Makes
Yes. Yes.
So-
maybe
Yeah.
maybe you and Riddle can share an eighth. You know what I mean?
So, again, I think AEW definitely has some things to fix, but I do not believe these people who think it's going to close in any way, shape, or
No.
form.
No. Like I said,
No,
every-
but they
every
definitely need to get that
company-
product back up, Jose.
every
The past couple
company-
weeks, it's been sleep time.
Every
I
company.
don't know. I love last week's show.
Every
thought it was really
company
good.
goes through its ups and downs, and AEW is no different. They'll be fine. Just get that product value up. and
I
you'll be
will
fine.
say, I think they're running too many shows.
Yeah.
I
I do
agree.
think they're
I
running
agree.
too. Like,
I
I
agree
think
there.
it might be time to shutter Rampage. I know you're not going to shutter Collision,
No,
but I think it
no.
might be time to
Yeah,
shut a
Rampage.
Rampage.
It's time to roll. It's
I
time
just,
to cut.
I
Time to
think
cut the cord with
I think you're
Rampage.
spreading your stuff too thin. Like,
You know,
Even
it
even
made sense
WCW
before
And
they had
then you-
Collision,
and
but
then
now
you
have
got-
Collision, you don't.
and
need
then you've got ROH on top of that. So like,
that. Well, for those that want to watch that shit,
I mean, truly, some of the
Okay.
stuff going on ROH is better than some of the stuff going on in AEW. Just saying. Just saying.
I'd rather watch TNT.
But all right, guys, I think that's gonna do it for us at Fight Night tonight.
Fight night.
Right.
Fight Night.
Oh,
Thank
real
you,
quick,
Carson, for joining
Real
in
quick.
the chat.
real quick. We didn't get a chance to do this, but I'll do it now.
Who's he fighting in Mania?
Oh, good question.
Good question. Yeah,
Great question.
good question.
Styles.
I don't
Styles.
I wouldn't
Fair.
mind.
It's gonna be
Fair.
Styles.
I wouldn't
It's
mind
gonna be
Fair.
Styles.
just
mind
based
it
off
at
what I
all.
saw on Lincoln. That's fair.
It's
I would
gonna
not
be
mind seeing
Styles.
him fighting
That
Styles.
would be stuck.
Yeah.
Get Braun Breaker up on fucking main roster. It's
He was
time.
pretty good.
It's time.
And
It's
I'm all for
It's time.
him versus Dominic Mysterio, man.
Yep, I'm here for it. I love Dom and Braun can go. Let's do it.
All right,
Let's do it.
All right, you guys.
we out.
Fuck Cody
Yeah,
Rhodes, by the way.
absolutely.
I'm done on Cody Rhodes. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says.
He's finishing
Fuck
the goddamn story.
Fuck his story. Fuck his story. I'm done with
Finishing
that.
the
goddamn-
story.
What you guys
Ashamed of
talk
yourself,
about?
Stacks.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself for saying that, Stacks. You know they're gonna let that man finish that story.
Finish
Cody
the
Rhodes.
goddamn
I wish he
story.
would've
You know,
tore
man,
his
you know they're gonna let
tricep.
that man finish that story.
Goddamn. I wish he would have tore his goddamn tricep.
He already did.
Listen to it. Well, tear it again. Goddamn. I'm tired.
Damn, man.
I'm
God
tired.
damn. Wishing injury on
it's-
people out here.
well,
Yeah,
no, I'm
yeah,
just
that wasn't me though.
No, I wish them all health and success and money. Thank you for giving us AEW, Cody, but you can get the fuck off my TV screen anytime. Thank you.
And on that note, thank you for everybody to come out. Thank you for coming out to Fight Night.
Yeah.
We'll see you again
Matthew
next week.
and Nicholas Jackson.
And again, we will see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you for being here. We'll see you later.
Will likes the new Young Bucks.
Hell to the no.
Matthew